So I just completed my first night of my cross-country road trip. I am a little bit sick. My voice is going a little bit, but I don't really care. I'm driving from San Diego to New Hampshire. It's over 3,000 miles and 44 hours. Yesterday I completed the first 8. I went from San Diego to Las Vegas to Arizona, and now I'm in Utah and I'm at Zion. And I just woke up to the most beautiful views, so I decided that I was going to start vlogging this experience because I think that it's going to be really life-changing for me. I've only been van lifing in San Diego up until now, and I think that I need to document just how cool this experience is, even though I'm sick. So I am 8 hours in out of 44 hours, and I'm just going to share a couple things that I've already learned in the first 8 hours of this road trip. Number one, wearing dresses while on the road makes for much faster P-stops, girls. Or skirts. Whatever you want. But it makes it, you don't have to, you know. I wore a romper yesterday. It was such a mistake. It was comfy, but it was a mistake because I had to. Number two is that 8 hours on the road is really going to be like 10 with gas and stopping because you have to pull over to pee either way. With that said, it's a lot faster with the van because you don't even have to get out except for gas. Number three, showing up to your final destination in the dark is not it. It is really hard to find and you will not know where you are until you wake up. But it's kind of exciting too because I woke up in the most beautiful place that I couldn't even see last night. So. And number four, it is going to be so much more beautiful of a drive than people tell you. And people are just lying to you saying that driving cross country is crazy because it's really, really pretty. Oh, and number six, download a lot of audiobooks. I listened to a whole book yesterday. Was that 6? I don't know. When I got to Colorado, it was raining, so I unfortunately tried to go to the BLM land, which was up mountain, and it was muddy. So I had to back down and find another place to sleep. I ended up staying at a campground. It was really beautiful. It was $10, which was totally worth it. I did get stuck last night, but for some reason this morning I was unstuck. So that was just the world trying to tell me to slow down a little bit and not worry so much and stay present, because last night I was really worried that I was gonna have to figure out how to get unstuck in the morning, but when I woke up I wasn't stuck anymore. I thought that this was gonna be like the easiest part of my drive, and it's ended up being sort of the most stressful just because of the rain. But it's super beautiful and I'm super excited to keep going. I'm on my way to Denver and I'm actually not driving very far today because I'm gonna stop in Denver and see a friend, possibly, then continue the road trip a little bit faster on the second half. So here we go. I've been waking up feeling like slightly under the weather. I've been feeling like slightly stuffy, you can hear it in my voice, and a slight sore throat. That's about it. Dope. So my cross-country trip just got a little bit weirder. I just tested positive for COVID. Luckily, this was a solo cross-country trip anyways. This just makes it a whole lot more solo, meaning that I can't really like meet people. I feel fine, pretty much. Mild cold, but I think this is a good time for some isolation and some self-reflection, and I think that it'll be good for me. Thank you to the universe for forcing that upon me. I'm in Vail. I am at over 10,000 feet of elevation. It is cold, and I just found this really beautiful spot, and I'm gonna show you it. See that? You see those mountains? They're freaking beautiful mountains. Look at it. You see that? That's more mountains. More mountains with snow. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna sleep tonight because I don't know if I can sleep here. It's raining outside, so we're doing this, unfortunately, in the van because it's loud and rainy outside. I'm going to share 3 things I learned on the second day of my road trip. I know I shared 5 the first time. There's so much to learn. Number 1, always trust your gut and your instinct on if parking in a place feels good or bad. Because I felt a little wary about the BLM land, and then I got there. I literally called Ike, who has lived in Gypsum, Colorado before, to see if the BLM land would be muddy because of the rain before getting to Gypsum, because I had a weird feeling in my gut that it just wasn't going to be right. And when I got here, I was very correct and ended up in a situation that I didn't want to be in. So then I had to find a new campsite. Everything in Colorado right now is very muddy. Apparently this is rare. It's usually pretty sunny, but today and yesterday it has been very rainy and very muddy. So always trust your gut on where you're gonna sleep. If you don't feel right about a place, just find a new place. It's not worth going and getting yourself into a situation that you don't want to be in and then fighting to find a place before it's dark. It's much more worth it to just find somewhere safe. Along with that, paying for a $10 campsite is totally worth it. I know your van is your home, but sometimes it's really nice just to have easy access to a space without having to worry about finding BLM land or places to stealth park. Second thing I learned on my second day is to take it slow. I've been like rushing to get home because I have something to be home for, but sometimes taking it slow really lets you just see everything and anything that is right in front of you. Does that make sense? I stopped at the most beautiful place for lunch, and it's made me stop a whole lot more since then on all the scenic pull-offs, because just because you're trying to get somewhere, like I have a deadline of when I want to be home, doesn't mean you can't stop for 5 minutes and enjoy the scenery. 5 minutes is all you need. Whip out your camera, take some pictures, meditate a little, enjoy the moment. That's all we have is this current moment. So yeah. The third thing I learned on day 2 was between Utah in Colorado, there's not much gas. I was really lucky to get gas like when I did, and I was totally fine. But I was like, I remember thinking the whole time like, damn, I'm really happy I got gas, because it would have been really hard for me to find gas right now. So always make sure you're full on gas, and make sure you know when the next gas station is if you're not, because you could end up in a sticky situation. you are nowhere. Sick. I'm standing on the highway. This is the highway. A van life friend here. I just woke up in Nebraska, and all I have to say is Nebraska is completely underrated. This is the most peaceful I've felt in a very long time. This is probably my favorite place that I've woken up. I'm in this giant gravel lot in the middle of nowhere. There's a pond right here with a walking path. So I'm gonna go for a walk and update you guys a little bit. I think it's day 4 or 5 of my road trip. I stayed in Colorado for 2 days. Once I found out I had COVID, I was just sort of like, I'm gonna hang out in Colorado because I thought that the rest of the drive wasn't gonna be pretty, but obviously that was incorrect. I think Nebraska has taught me that Nebraska is beautiful, A, and B, that sometimes being in very remote places, although it may seem like kind of scary, is actually like the safest and best place to be. I've learned in the past couple days is that iOverlander is awesome, and it's typically correct. Sorry, mosquito. If iOverlander is saying that a place is good to sleep, it usually is pretty good to sleep. This spot's awesome to sleep. Another thing is truck stop showers are awesome. I mean, I got really lucky. I stopped at one, and on iOverlander it was titled like amazing showers, and I stopped, and it was an amazing shower. It was literally like nicer than any apartment shower I've ever had, so that was awesome. It was a really good experience. So I got a shower in, which is awesome. I'm not going an entire week without showering or only outdoor showering. No idea where this path is leading me. Also, I'm feeling great, even though I have COVID. Having some time by myself to isolate and just breathe has been beautiful, and it's exactly what I needed. So I'm feeling really good. Probably better than I would have if I didn't have COVID. We're walking back to the van now. The thing I will say that I don't really like about Nebraska is that flies have decided they're gonna swarm my van. Let me show you. I don't even want to get close to them. I have to jump in there really fast when I decide that I'm going back in the van. But we are gonna hit the road soon, so I will keep you updated. But this is more realistic than doing it every day for me because I am not used to vlogging like this. So I'll see you when it's there. Where am I? Made it to Des Moines, Iowa. It is, from my perspective, a big empty city. Very strange, but I like it. It's so peaceful. You can hear the birds chirping in the city, so. And this is the Capitol building. I don't know if you can see that, hold on. I love it here. In Indiana. It is beautiful. I just went in the water. It was great. I was just sitting minding my own business on the beach after jumping in, and a little 2-year-old boy just walked up and threw sand at me. But look how pretty all these boats are. Dreaming. I'll sit here and manifest this for a minute. such a trippy feeling right now. I feel like I'm connecting my world in California to my world here in New Hampshire. I'm literally driving through New Hampshire with my van that I built in California that has California plates. What the fuck? Life is so trippy, dude.
The right lane to keep right to merge onto New Hampshire Route 101 East.
Siri, I know where I am. Thank you. How do I turn her off? Ah! This is so crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a rainbow. Freaking beautiful. Oh, you can't really see it. Look at that.